Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to put on the first layer of drywall mud, or what they call the joint compound, especially when you don't have any experience in doing so. Please stay tuned and continue watching until the end so you won't miss out on any details of how you can do this. If you want to learn how to do all kinds of handyman DIY projects, including home renovations, then you're in the best place here on YouTube. Consider subscribing to our channel and activate the notification bell so that way you won't miss out on any videos that we'll be uploading every single week. The first thing that we're doing to get this process started is putting in our dry compound material into a 5-gallon bucket. We added a little bit of water, and since we had some left over from the prior day, we're just going ahead and reusing that and added a little bit more so we get the consistency that we want. You want it to be like nice and thick, not too much, not too little, but once we're pleased with the result, then we go ahead and put in that metal mixer into the water, so it will just, sit there for the next one. And now we can get our bucket and our little can where we put on the mud, and we can go ahead and start applying it onto the areas. Now, as you can see, we already put on that yellow tape material on top of all of the corner, and we're just starting to fill in the area in between the two edges of the metal with the joint compound or the mud. Now, the first thing that you want to do is just get a little bit of that material onto your taping tool, and you'll just want to like spread it along the entire edge. Kind of like, if you were gonna do like tile work or any kind of that application, you just basically get it from your little tray. You'll want to spread it around those edges, and then also around all of the switches, the switch boxes, the electrical boxes, and all those areas, so we can get a nice finish to the drywall on the surface. So after you basically put on the mud the first time, then you'll want to use your tool that's nice and clean, and you'll want to scrape off any of the excess material. That metal corner bead, we always want to make sure that the very edge or the corner edge, it's nice and clean. That will stay clean throughout the entire process. Then at the very end, we're going to be applying the texture, so it'll cover up that corner edge. But we're doing the same process, on the face, and then also the edges in between. We're making sure that everything is filled in. Now, this doesn't have to be like 100% perfectly smooth on the surface. You just want to get it as close as possible. Then later, we're going to come back and kind of rework the surface on the second application. This is going to need at least 2 different coats of the joint compound material. And but this is the result after the first time that we applied it, and then we removed all the excess mud, and now this is how it turned out. Really nice, along this edge where the metal is. We still got to do this other side, but this is just to show you how everything should look like once you apply the material, and then you'll want to scrape it out so you can make it as smooth as possible. This is after we applied it over here on this other side, and we just have to do the top one over there. But we have to do this entire house. It's quite a bit of work, but if you knock it down, like one section at a time, you can get done with this like in one day, no problem. Right here we noticed that there was a drywall nail sticking out, so we just pressing those in, and then we fill in those heads with the joint compound. So like I said earlier, you want to make sure to apply that material around all of the electrical boxes and the switches. Now we just applied it, and now we're removing all of the excess material until we get a nice smooth edge that follows the sheetrock surface. And once we have it as close as we can, we're happy with it. Right here there was a drywall nail that was sticking out quite a bit, so it's always useful to have a drill, so you can screw those in beyond what's needed, and then you can just fill in the hole with the mud and scrape it off so it's nice and smooth with the drywall material. But we're just gonna be following this process one step at a time with all of the electrical boxes in all of the edges around the walls where we put the corner bead material, and then that yellow tape on top. This is a closer up of how it looks like around this electrical box we just did, and honestly it came out really nice. We're gonna apply it over here. This is at the entry of the house in this corner where it goes into the dining room. And we have a couple tool sizes. One of them is a little wider. That one helps you so you can cover a larger area. You can get a decent amount of mud and then run it down a large area, and then it will help you to scrape it down so you can advance a lot more quickly and efficiently. And all of these tools, I'm gonna leave a link in the description below so you can check it out, and you can get some of these tools yourself, and it will help you to speed up the process. Especially like in this video, it's mostly to apply the first application, and when we do the second one, I'm gonna try to get that video as well. Now over here, this is where the faucet and the sink of the kitchen is gonna go. And we had one of our workers apply the first round. It was kind of rough, so we're just kind of scraping all of the areas that was popping out, and then we're gonna apply a new coat and get it as smooth as possible. This doesn't have to be super perfect, because it's gonna be covered by the cabinets and all that, but you still want to do a really good job, which is what we're doing right here. We are basically putting the tape all along where the gaps are around the pipes. So you put the tape around there, and then you'll want to press it into the mud, and then afterwards we're going to apply some more mud on top so it covers everything nice and well. Also on the right side, there's some drain out pipes that had the holes were kind of big. So we're also gonna apply some of that tape to cover up those holes. And this is gonna help you so that the mud won't crack and so that it won't fail, You'll wanna put tape in all of the gaps, holes, all that kind of stuff. That's what the tape is meant for. It will just help to reinforce those areas and fill it in the best as possible. Now right here, we're applying a decent amount of mud, and once we have enough to cover the entire area, we're gonna go ahead and basically scrape off all the excess material. We're gonna start from the inside, scraping it out along the outside, and then just pushing it out as we move along so we can get it as close to the surface, to follow the existing drywall surface area, and just smoothing it out the best as possible. So that's pretty much how you work all this area. This is a little bit more challenging than normal. Everything else is more typical, but honestly, we did this right here in about 10-15 minutes, and that was more than enough time to get some decent results. then we can go ahead and move on to the next areas. But that's pretty much a step-by-step process of how you can apply the first coat of the drywall mud to different areas. We hope you like this video. Please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and activate the notification bell so that way you won't miss out on any videos that we'll be uploading every single week. Thanks for watching until the end. May God bless you, and I'll see you on the next project.